What window of time was these experiences? Are we talking like kid, early 20s?
That's a good question. That's a valid question.
Well, I started experiencing stuff when I was a kid. But it was one of those things that my parents, they never really went along with it or came along, and it was always, well, it was just a nightmare, or, it's night terrors, just come and make a pallet in the floor. You can sleep here tonight. Everything's cool. And then I would be scared to death for a couple nights to go back into my room. And then I would see, something walk by the doorway. I was scared to death to close my door.
Oh yeah.
Because every time I would close my door, I would hear knocking on my window outside and then from the inside of my closet.
What?
But then every night that I would leave my door open, there would be nothing audible, but I would see just a shadow cross by the door.
Mm-hmm.
Just enough light that I would see this cross by the door. So all this happened when I was a kid, but it was just something that was always brushed off. It's no big deal. I remember specifically, like, really in full clarity, one night I was laying there and I'd actually just got threatened, like, do not come into our room tonight. I guess mom and dad were trying to get freak nasty that night, and they did not want scared little Justin coming up in the room. So they were like, do not come in here. I don't care what's going on. It's just, it's your imagination. Nothing is going on. This is all in your head.
Go.
So I was like, I was laying there and I was scared of them. I was more scared of them than whatever was going on around me.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I can't go in mom and dad's room. Well, I start hearing these knocks. I close my door. I start hearing these knocks on the outside of my window. And when I only had the courage to actually get up and peek through my blinds a couple times. But I've never saw anything when I did. I would hear the knocks. But that night I heard the knocks, and then I just, every little kid mode, you pull the covers up over your head. And,
oh God, that's the worst.
If it can't see me, then nothing can happen.
Start hyperventilating.
So I pull the covers up. Yeah. Like I pull the covers up over my head, and while I'm doing it, like I'm scared. So my breathing is hard, but then I start hearing breathing off to the side. So I was like, this has got to be me.
What?
So I held my breath. I remember this plain as day. I held my breath as long as I could hold it. And the whole time I could hear just in my right ear,
nope,
heavy breathing.
Nope.
So mom and dad just had to cancel freak nasty time that night because
there was no way
in their room.
Right.
I was about to say, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say the covers over the head. Do you remember the comic strip, The Far Side, where like, God, if my parents would have only given me a snorkel as a kid, I would have not have bothered them. They could have made 20 more kids. I would have slept peacefully because you could hang under that blanket until you're like, man, I feel like I'm in one of those big popcorn tins and I'm going to suffocate and die. Like you need you need cold air again. You come up and then you're like, I'm running to my mom and dad's room. Like I'm not waiting any longer.
As many times as I've heard that story, I just realized that you heard your mom or your dad breathing loudly. It just dawned on me.
Oh, dude, that's
either way, it's legit to get scared. Like